Hey friends, welcome to 30 Days of Yoga Camp. It's day 12. In yoga, we trust. The mantra today is I trust. Let's get started. All right, today we're going to begin standing with the feet hip-width apart. All right, so the toes are pointing forward, we're spreading awareness to the feet, and we're just gonna take a second to get into the hips today. Now the mantra today, trust. Trust yourself, just trust this moment. Just moving the hips. If you wanna get a little freakier, you can, but I'm gonna keep it PG. And so I'm getting into the hips here, but I'm also just kind of waking up the feet, rocking a little bit side to side. Creaky old floor, what's up? Maybe I'll move a little. And then you can bring the hips back, and we're just going to loop the shoulders a couple times. So I'd like for you to forget what you know about yoga today. Some of you have heard me say that before. And now don't get so literal that you just throw your foundation out the door. Alignment, sayonara. But the idea is just kind of allow yourself a little bit of freedom, and you've been working in such a great way up until this point to find a little freedom and trust your intuition. So I'm just your buddy here guiding you. Listen to your body, trust, and for some, develop your intuition. So listen to your body. So right now, if you're really listening, you could be doing this right now. Ooh, that felt good. Right, so. And then when you feel satisfied, go ahead and come to a nice mountain pose. Let's turn the pinkies towards the front and open the palms. Now with your focus downward past the nose or the eyes closed, just going to shift a little front to back. So shift all the way onto your toes to the point where you feel like you're going to fall. And then shift back onto the heels, also to the point where you feel like, whoa. And here we begin to connect to our center, which is awesome. So we're feeling out through the feet the weight, but we're also connecting to the center. And the greatest way to connect to that area of the body is at that moment where you're about to fall, you connect. Yes? And now let's try it a little bit left to right. Same thing. Meeting your edge. Cool. So even if you're kind of confused, just kind of bring your awareness to the space between your navel and your spine. Then we'll bring it back to center. And on a big breath in, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, fold. Easing into it today, inhale, halfway lift, nice and slow. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, hands release, interlace behind the tail. Strong footing here, soft knees, open up through the chest so knuckles can reach down and away here. Now find a little movement that feels good here, maybe swaying a little left to right, maybe getting into the muscles of the neck and the shoulders. Neck circles. Then bend your knees even more. Draw the knuckles away. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, forward fold. Belly comes to the tops of the thighs. Knuckles reach up towards the sky. Actively reach the knuckles. So tug the shoulders away from the ears here as you forward fold. Big breath in here. And exhale, release. Arms down, fingertips to the feet or to the mat. And let your head hang here. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back position. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky. And exhale, release. Rain it down, interlace behind, opposite thumb on top this time. So it's usually the one that feels weird. Interlace. Soft knees here, careful not to lock out the legs. Knuckles down and away as you open up through the chest, the heart. And then again, you might just find a little movement that feels good, that feels natural and yummy. And then when you're ready, bending the knees generously, inhale, look forward. Exhale, forward fold, belly to the thighs, knuckles reach up and away. These arms might feel a little bit weirder than the last, but reach your knuckles up towards the sky, tug your shoulders away from your ears. Find a great big breath in, and then let it go, my friends. Arms release. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep playing around here. And then exhale, fold. Awesome. We're going to bring the right fingertips to the center and slowly bending both knees. And then inhale, reaching left fingertips up. Right knee's going to bend generously. We open up through the chest. And then exhale, left fingertips replace the right. Keep the knees bent. Continue deep bend in the left knee as you inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release. One more time on each side. Inhale, deep bend in the knees. Reach up. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, back to center. Awesome. We're going to walk the palms out now. May come off your mat here. Come onto the toes. And then sink back onto the heels. See if you can keep your arms where they are. Whoa. Rock back onto the toes. And then sink back into the heels. Great. Bend the knees generously. Keep the fingertips or the palms where they are. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then release. Hands come back to the mat. Plant the palms. And we're going to step or hop it back to plank. So you might be a little tired today. You might be a little sore. Tomorrow we're going to take it nice and easy. Day 13. So maybe you keep plowing ahead, or maybe you take it nice and easy today. Move through a vinyasa that suits you. Maybe taking a baby cobra or an upward facing dog. And everyone make your way to down dog. That's where we'll meet with a big breath in and a big breath out. On your next inhale, press into all 10 knuckles firmly. Take care of the shoulders, rotating them away from the ears. Tops of the thighs have this inward spiral. They're spiraling in and out towards each other. You might turn your two big toes in slightly just to experiment with that. Then here we go. Inhale, come onto the toes. Exhale, heels down. Inhale, really on the balls. On the ball. Exhale, bend. Excuse me, not bend the knees. Heels down. Inhale, reach. I said that because my knees softened, which is good. Keep it going here. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Slowly come to the knees. Take a rest. Child's pose. Your version. So you can keep the arms reaching forward or float them around and back. Whatever feels good. Take a couple of breaths here. Let it go. And slowly begin to wiggle the fingertips. Maybe take your thumbprint, rub it against all your other fingerprints. And then we'll rise back up. Curl the toes under, send it to down dog. And then we'll drop the left heel, lift the right leg up high. On an exhale, squeeze it up and in, step it to your lunge, and pivot on the back foot for warrior one. So take a second to find your foundation. I'm self-conscious because someone I love the other day told me that you have your man voice, you talk like a man. And now I'm all like catching myself doing that. Lengthen the tailbone down, find your warrior one. So strong in the back foot here. Inhale in, exhale, straightening through that front leg, airplane arms. Crown of the head reaches towards the front of your mat. Great, soft bend in the knee. Inhale, warrior one. Two more just like that. Exhale, stay connected to the feet. Pull the right hip crease back. Airplane arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fingertips back. Peeling back with the right hip crease. Long, 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 beautiful neck here. Interlace the fingertips. And then check it out. Soften through the right knee. Trust, trust, trust as you bring belly to hover right over the top of the right thigh. Strong back leg here. Humble warrior. You can stay here or take it all the way down. Humble warrior. Crown of the head reaches to the earth. If this is much too much for you, you can use the palms on the earth to work it out in the legs. To come out of the posture, press into the outer edge of that back foot, charge your left inner thigh, draw the knuckles away as you lift your heart to come up. Warrior one. This is where we'll all meet. Inhale. Remember, I am bold. We'll trust the experience here. And then exhale, warrior two. Beautiful. Take one moment here to breathe in. And then use your exhale to take it all the way back to your lunge. Plant the palms, optional vinyasa here. Otherwise, just take it straight to down dog. Nice work. Drop the right heel, lift the left leg high. Big breath in. Exhale, squeeze up and into your lunge, making your way to warrior one. Pivot on the back foot. Nice, strong footing. And when you're ready, reach it up. Big breath in here. Press into the outer edge of that back foot strong. Right inner thigh engaged. Smile here. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. Make sure you have your support. Then inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, begin to slowly peel back with the left hip crease. Send the fingertips back, airplane arms. So you may not come all the way here if you don't have the flexibility. It might just be here. Then inhale. Reach, warrior one, exhale. So many people are always saying, I can't do yoga, I'm not flexible. It's like, you don't have to be flexible to do yoga. Yoga is not about being flexible. Warrior one, inhale. Take the fingertips back as you exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale, reach. And exhale, airplane arms, peeling the left hip crease back. Woo. Strong footing here is required. This is great. I love this. Interlace the fingertips, weird thumb on top, knuckles draw down. Inhale, loop the shoulders. Then stay connected as you softly, softly bend that front knee and let the belly hover, the torso hover over the top of the left thigh. Notice if the crown of the head is going down, it should be going straight out, just so you have that awareness, that integrity through the neck. Remember, the neck is an extension of the spine. Stay here for one more breath, you got it. And then maybe rounding forward, humble warrior, crown of the head, right down to the earth. Charge the right inner thigh, you got it. Breathe deep. And then pressing into the outer edge of that back foot, power through that back leg, power through the front leg, and lift your heart. Release. Warrior one. Inhale. Smile. Exhale. Let it go. Warrior two. One breath here. Inhale. Focus out beyond the left fingertips. And then exhale. Make your way back to your lunge. Optional vinyasa here. Otherwise, straight to down dog. We're just going to take one breath here. And then we make our way to child's pose. Yay. Close your eyes here. No need to look at the video for the next couple beats here, so you can trust. Letting the head grow heavy here, the shoulders round heavy. If this is not a place of rest or comfort for you, come into any shape, any old shape you like that is. Maybe you just come onto the belly and use the hands as a pillow, or maybe you come up to a nice meditation pose. The power of adjustment, so lovely. So get into a place where you can close your eyes here and just take a couple quiet breaths, and we consider the mantra again, I trust. Trust that everything is as it should be. And I've shared this with a lot of people in the community already, but this is an affirmation my mom shared with me that I love, and it is, the universe is for me, and so is everything else. The universe is for me rather than against me. It is for me, and so is everything else. I used to question my mom, like, what does that even mean? And now here I am sharing it with you. So from here, trust. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition. We're going to do a little freestyle today. Just a little moment of play. So I'm going to guide you through it, but know that you can always return to that point of rest for this. So I'm going to slowly rise up. Take your time. I'm going to plant the palms. So we're coming into a little Bakasana practice, a little crow. So if you know where you're going, you can head there. And I connect to my center to lift me up. And I curl the toes under and stretch the feet by sending my weight back. And I begin to open up through the knees. Now this is a great place to be, just right here. Feels so good. Great in the hips after those humble warriors. So I'd like for you to trust your body. I need you to be really mindful of the knees here since I'm not there with you. But you might stay here, working on a little froggy pose. You might come into that low squat. You might do some floor work with one heel back and one leg out, stretching through the quads. Or if you're ready, you might head to a little crow practice. Right? And so for that crow practice, we really want to stay connected to the center and keep the gaze out long. Stack the bones just like normal always, and then activate through the muscles in a way that supports maybe a little takeoff. And it may not happen today. So eventually, we'll bring the toes together here in this froggy position. And again, if arm balance is not for you today, then you're freestyling right now. You're taking care of your body. Knees nice and wide, toes together. Inhale, press away from your yoga mat. Find length through the crown of the head. Gaze forward. Then hug the lower ribs in, and we'll slowly walk the knees all the way up, all the way to the armpits here, the armpit chest. Gaze forward. Then we're just going to rock a little. You might rock front and back, and front and back, and then you might take a rest. Everyone, keep your focus forward, gaze forward, and maybe one set of toes lifts off, then the other. Right? We're hugging the elbows in, pressing away, all 10 knuckles strong on the mat. Eventually, we'll find this little clawing effect which will help us with a little bit of lift off. Staying open through the chest, gaze forward. Breathing deep here. Just a little time to play. Just to trust. Okay, it's not about coming into this shape, it's just about having this moment of like, what do I want to do? And then we'll let that go. We'll come back to all fours. We'll swing the legs to one side, so everyone meet on all fours, and we'll swing the legs to one side, and we'll come back to seated. Take a second to counter in the wrist if you were in the arm balance, so thriller arms or taking the fingers to the tops of the thighs. Pressing down through the forearms. Then everyone, reach the fingertips forward, interlace. Charlie's Angel's index finger points forward as we slowly roll it down, pressing into the heels or the toes. Slowly roll all the way down. Beautiful. Reach the arms up and overhead. Full body stretch. Great work today. Inhale in, exhale, let everything go. Big breath in. And exhale, let everything go. Great, we're going to bring the hands behind the head to interlace just for a little pillow, so no core work here. And then slowly lift the knees, soles of the feet come to the mat. Pick your hips up, take them to the right side of your mat, and then allow your knees to fall to the left. Begin to turn onto your right ear here. And if you don't like the neck pillow here with the thumbs, you can release the arms. Breathe. And then rolling through the feet, knees come back up. We lift the hips and now we take them over to the left and send the knees over towards the right. Start to soften your breath. Maybe close the eyes here. You done good, kid. Great job today. Slowly rolling through the feet. We'll release the arms, bring them down to your sides. Extend the legs out long. Take a second to release the weight of the body completely and fully into the mat. And we close our eyes and we connect mind to body. I trust. I trust that everything is as it should be. I trust the process. I trust myself. Good one. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your breath, and your trust with me today. Great work. Namaste.